Hi everyone, welcome to Techvision Academy. In this video, we're going to be talking about CSS text effect and transformations. Let's move to the next part, which says CSS text effect. CSS has some properties to undo the text flow, word wrapping, line breaking rules, and writing modes. So in this chapter, you will learn about the following properties. You will learn about text overflow, that it specifies how to undo overflowed text. We have word wrap, allows long words to be able to be broken and wrapped onto the next line. We have word break, specifies the line breaking rules, and writing mode, that it specifies whether lines of text are laid out horizontally or vertically. Now let's move to the next part. So the first one we have is text overflow property. The text overflow property specifies how overflowed content that is not displayed should be signaled to users. It can be clipped or rendered with ellipse. Both of the following properties are required for text overflow to take effect. Ellipses. So we have the first one, which says white space, that is no wrap, overflow hidden. So we have the clipped content. These are the examples. So we'll be having two contents. We have one clipped, and we have the second one, which is ellipses. So the clipped this one, there's a way it will be displayed, and the second one, there's a way it will be displayed. So let's create an example around that. So come to our div. The first thing first, we'll do H1, and inside H1 we want the text overflow. Property. Then after that, what do we want? We'll say one p tag, and inside this p tag, we'll say the following two paragraphs contains a long text that will not fit in the box. Then after that, we will now create two H2s. We say H2. The first one is text overflow clip. Then after that, we'll come here, we'll use p tag, and inside this p tag, we'll say this is some long text that will not fit in the box. Then after that, we'll create one more. We'll say H2, and for this H2, we'll say text overflow ellipse. Then we would also have a p tag, yes. Then inside this p tag, we're going to give it a class name. We'll say class test1. Then in this next p tag, we're also going to say class test2. So that is all about this. Now let's come to our style. We would say p.test1. Inside test1, what do we want? We want the width, width should be 200 pixels. As well, we want the border to be 1 px solid. Let's do 0, 0. Okay, so this is quite fair. Then after that, we want white space, which will be no wrap. Then after that, we want overflow, which will be hidden. And we also want text overflow. Oh, hidden. And now this is where we want text overflow. In this aspect, we have clip. So that is that for text 1. Now let's move to text 2, p.test2. We'll also do the same thing, width of 200 pixel, and then as I will say border of 1 pixel solid. See this in color. Then we'll have white space, which is no wrap. And we would also have overflow, which will be hidden. And after that, we'll now have text overflow. flow, which will be ellipsis. Now let's check our results. So can you see? So see what ellipsis does and see what clip does. Ellipsis shows us that we have more text that are still left. But this one, it shows is our sentence is not complete, and it's also not telling us that we have more text to be shown. Do you get? So now let's move. That is that for ellipsis and clipped content. Now let's move to the next class. The next part says CSS word wrap property. The CSS word wrap property allows long words to be able to be broken and wrapped into the next line. If a word is too long to fit within an area, it expands outside. So this is a word. So let's like copy this part. So we don't have to like, oh, I've forgotten. So this is a text. Now the next one says the wrap property allows you to force the text to wrap, even if it means splitting it in the middle of a word. Then this is another one. This is the second example so far. So now we have example, allow long words to be able to be broken and wrap onto the next line. So let's create our example. So in this aspect, we will say H2. Inside H2, we say word wrap. Then inside this word wrap, we'd have a p tag, and we'll say this paragraph contains a very long word. Okay, let's use this. This is a very long word, or Shift F. Yeah, so this is this. Now we'll give this p tag. Let's just give it a class name, class test. Since we have test 1 and test 2 here. Now let's come and style it. So come to our CSS. We'll say p.test. Then inside p.test, what are we doing? We are giving a width of 170 pixel. We're also giving it of border which will be 1 pixel, solid. That is the same color. Then as well, we'll give it padding of 8 pixel. 8 pixel. Then now we'll give it word wrap, which will be break word. So this is it for the word wrap. Now let's check it out. Now this is for the word wrap. That is, it wrapped everything into a container, and you can see the rest of that. So that is all for that about word wrap, and also which was the last one we did. We did text overflow property. Thank you for watching this video. Please do well to follow us across all socials at Tech Academy. See you next time. Bye.